I just bought this Mark II Audi TT for my girlfriend.
Thanks.
The best bit, it has the 2-litre turbocharged BWA engine. It's DSG and has 200 horsepower from the factory. But of course, there's a catch. It's broken, and right now, I'm not sure if it's even fixable. Not only that, but it also has no service history. So you're probably asking yourself, why did I even buy it? Well, because for an Audi TT this age with this engine and gearbox, they're selling for well over £3,000. So when I found this one on the internet for half that price, I decided to take the risk. Let's just hope that it's fixable. Right, let's get this car in the unit, and later we're going to see if we can fix it and also what George's plans are for it. Right, let's fix it. Okay, let's make a start at trying to fix a few of the problems with this TT. Georgia has actually been driving this car around for the past week and has found a few little issues that this car has got. So we've got them written down, and I think we should try and solve as many as we can as quick as possible. The first one is, for some reason, the dashboard doesn't work. So when you turn the key for the ignition, sometimes there is literally nothing at all on the dashboard, no lights, anything. But if I was to turn the lights on now, all of the LED lights on the dashboard have, for some reason, stopped working. So if you drive in at night, you can pretty much not see where you're going. Like,
I don't even know.
You can't see the speedo, you can't see the revs, you can't see the fuel. I think the fuel gauge has stopped working completely, has it not?
Yeah, it has.
So you can't even see where it's up to temperature, and you can't even see how much fuel's in it, which is not ideal. So we need to take this dashboard out and have a look and see if we can either fix it ourselves or send it off for repair. That's pretty dangerous. Next is this driver's door. For some reason, if you lock the car and then unlock it, it just doesn't open. The other side opens, but this side, I don't know why. I think it is a common Audi TT thing. You have to actually put the key in, turn it, and then the door will unlock. So I think we need to strip that door down, take the old module out, order a new one, and that should hopefully fix that. Next, we've got I'm either going to say a coolant or a thermostat issue, because it doesn't actually get up to temperature now. I did just mention that the dashboard wasn't working. It was working when we bought the car. It was working when we bought the car, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it didn't get up to temperature, so I'm pretty sure it will need a thermostat. I know the thermostats are a bit of a nightmare to do on these cars, so that's something that we're going to have to do. But I think it makes sense to fix the dashboard before we do that. And then the last thing, I think, is that the last thing for now that we know that's kind of up with the car?
The only thing is the passenger door doesn't shut properly, does it? It kind of gets a bit stuck, if that's a problem.
We'll have a look at the passenger door as well, but there's also a bit of a fuel smell coming from the engine bay. What that could be, I don't know, but I know that these BWA engines, which, if you didn't already know, are out of a Mark V Golf GTI, they need the cam followers doing quite often, and the charcoal canisters emptying and stuff. We'll fix it, we'll get to the bottom of it. For now, I think the first thing to do is sort out this dashboard. So, let's get it out. To get the instrument cluster out on one of these cars, luckily it's a pretty simple job. All I need to do is pull the steering wheel as far out as it can go and as far down as it can go. Once I've done that, I can remove this little plastic trim, which behind it reveals the two 8mm bolts, one on the left and one on the right. All I've got to do now is undo both of them, and that should be the instrument cluster loose, ready to pull out. There we go. There we go.
That's really impressive.
I mean, yeah, but I thought there'd be a bit more on the back than just plastic, because there's literally just one connector going to it, a connector, and that's kind of it. And my electrical knowledge does not exceed where we kind of are at. Right, let's take it apart. Let's see if there's anything obvious. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but if there's something obvious, there's something obvious, isn't there? Let's dissect this instrument cluster.
Right now, I think it just makes sense to take as much of this instrument cluster apart as I can, just to see if I can find anything obvious with it and maybe be able to fix it myself. So I'm going to split this instrument cluster in 2 parts by undoing the little plastic tabs on the side of it, and then I can take a closer look.
Well, I've managed to take the kind of fascia off, and I was hoping that maybe these dials would have come with the fascia and I could actually access. I don't really know how these work, whether it's the bulbs or the little LEDs or anything behind these dials, to see if they've maybe all blown, or try and find something obvious. But I mean, from here, I don't really know where to go without potentially breaking something. So
for now, I don't want to take this apart any further just to risk breaking it. So I might as well just leave it and start with the next job.
So I might as well crack on with the next job at stripping this driver's door to get to that module. And I think they're a pretty common thing on most VAG cars, is the actual kind of mechanisms go faulty and you just need to replace them because they've lost their power to be able to flick the pin up and unlock the door. So let's see if I can figure out how to strip this door card down and hopefully find the problem.
So to get the door card off on one of these Audi TTs, there's a little plastic cover behind the door handle. Once I've popped that off, that will reveal 2 little bolts behind it. I can undo that, and then the rest of the door card is held on by plastic tabs. I can pop them out. And then pull the rest of the door card off. Now I can unplug the switch for the windows and then also unlatch the little door cable.
Okay, so I think I found the problem. It is the door actuator, which is going to be quite hard to see because it's right behind here, and they basically just go faulty and lose power to actually unlock the door. The passenger side's okay, it's just this driver's side. So I think to get these out, I've got to undo this bolt here, that bolt there, and it should kind of fall free, and then all I have to really do is just unplug it. So I'm hoping that works. Let's give it a go, and then we can order another one of them, put it on, put the door back together, and that should be that job fixed.
So out come them 2 bolts. And after a little bit of struggling, I managed to get this module out of the door card.
And with a bit of wrestling, that is what we needed to get out. What a nightmare that is. Right, let's get the part number and let's get ordering a new one. Okay, I have managed to find a door actuator on eBay for this vehicle for £22, which is an absolute bargain. So we've ordered that, and it says free delivery in 1 to 2 days. So hopefully that comes in a couple of days' time. The instrument cluster, I have not got a clue what's going on with this. I thought taking it apart there might be something obvious, but my electrical knowledge does not stretch very far at all. So there's only one place we're going to take this, and that is to ECU Testing, who actually specialise in literally anything ECU, anything electrical, instrument clusters that have failed. So we're going to take this to them, drop it off, they're going to fix it, and then we can carry on with this car and pick it up a little bit later. So let's go to ECU Testing. Now recently, with all the driving around that I've been doing to and from places and also moving into the unit, I've installed myself a dash cam just to make sure that I can keep myself safe on the road and capture anything that were to maybe happen.
This is the VIOFO A392S, and it isn't your average dash cam, it's actually got a 3-way channel system. It's capturing crystal 4K footage from the front and 2K in the cabin and the rear.
Whether it's someone cutting you up, jumping a red light, or in worst case, actually hitting you, this dash cam will capture it all.
And in the worst case something like this was to happen, this dashcam has Wi-Fi 6 technology, which means at the side of the road you can download a 1-minute 4K video in less than 10 seconds. The 3 HDR cameras allow you to balance out the bright and dark spots, so even in poor visibility it's got you covered.
On top of that, it also has multiplex video, which means no editing and instant sharing.
What this does is combines the separate audio and video files into one synchronized container file, making it way easier to edit, share and store.
And if you're parked up, well, don't worry, because it has low impact detection, so when you aren't around your car and it's parked in a parking space, you don't need to worry. Because thanks to the built-in hybrid parking recording, you won't miss a single event while you're away from your car. The UK roads can be a dangerous place, especially with the bad weather that we have, so having a dashcam could be the difference in whether you're liable for an accident or not, potentially saving you thousands in claims.
So to keep yourself safe on the road, hit the link in the description and check out VIOFO.
This is ECU testing. They provide cost-effective repairs for engine management, ABS, transmission, steering systems, and much more. So instead of having to go out and buy a complete new system or instrument cluster, you can simply take it to ECU testing, they'll diagnose it, fix it, and send it you back. So hopefully they can find a problem with this instrument cluster and fix it for me.
Okay, we've left that with ECU testing, and the turnaround should be in 48 hours, but they're going to try and do it as soon as possible for me. They're absolute legends. I'll leave their link in the description. Let's get back to the unit. Let's carry on with the TT. We've got a few more jobs to do, and then hopefully the instrument cluster will be finished and we can figure out if it has got a thermostat fault or not. But let's head back to the unit. Okay, that's that job sorted. For now, I want to take care of that little bit of a fuel smell that is coming from this engine bay. Now, it's a little bit weird this, because I don't know if this is going to be the original engine for this car. The reason I say that is because if you look all down here, everything seems weirdly new. Like, look at all these connectors. I don't know whether it's been ice blasted or sand blasted or something, but everything looks really fresh and really clean. It's a little bit weird, I'm not sure why, but one thing that this car hasn't got, like we mentioned earlier, is service history. And apparently one of the main reasons for a car engine bay, or these engines smelling fuely, is a possible failing cam follower. Now, the cam followers are located in here where the high pressure fuel pump is, and as you can see, there's, I don't know, it just looks a little bit, that definitely smells like fuel. Another thing that's leading me to believe that the cam follower might be on its way out is the oil smells a lot like fuel. Smell that? That smells like petrol, doesn't it? So either way, if it isn't that, it's something that I want to change anyway, so we can say that it's had it done. So I'm going to get this plastic cover off, and then we've got a few bolts and things to take off to get the old cam follower out. So let's quickly do that.
So first things first, to gain access to this high pressure fuel pump, I've got to remove the engine cover, which also doubles up as the air filter. And once that's out of the way, that gives me access to the high pressure fuel pump.
But one thing I've also noticed is, if you look down the back here, it is pretty covered in oil, unfortunately. So we're going to need a rocker cover gasket as well, because that is definitely leaking. Yeah, it's soaked. Right, okay, that's not the end of the world. We'll order one of them. For now, let's get this old cam follower out and see what it looks like.
Before I do anything, I'm releasing the pressure from the fuel pump. To do this, I'm unscrewing the cap on the valve, and to let the pressure out, I'm pressing the needle with a pick tool. Once that's done, the only thing holding this fuel pump in is 3 main bolts, 1 hose and 1 17mm banjo bolt underneath. So once all they're taken off, I can start undoing the 3 main bolts. To get to the last one, I need to remove the pressure valve with a 30mm spanner to get access to that 3rd bolt. And once that's off, the high pressure fuel pump should come off.
There we go. That's that. We don't actually have to fully remove that. What we're looking for is this. I mean, it's definitely not the original. Someone's 100% changed that. but it has started to wear through that quite bad. Just compare it to the new one. So there's the old one, and the new one. Yeah, look at the difference. I mean, I don't think that's going to be the reason why it stinks. Has that got a rubber? Okay, let's get this one in.
So I'm just going to do everything in reverse order. I'm going to attach that 17mm banjo bolt to the bottom, reattach the hose to the bottom as well, plug it back in on both plugs, and then also do up them 3 connector bolts that actually attach it to the engine itself. And as easy as that, that's the cam follower changed. I don't think this is going to fix the problem, but it might as well have been done.
Okay, that's that job well done. Again, I don't think that's going to be the cause of the problem. If any of you guys know why there'd be a fuel-y kind of smell coming from this engine bay, then let me know. It could be 1,000,001 things, but if there's something common on these engines that I'm not aware of, then let me know down in the comments. We have got some good news. The instrument cluster is back in less than 24 hours. A massive thank you to ECU Testing. They've diagnosed it, they found the problem, and they have fixed the problem. And I think they've also cleaned it up, so it should look pretty much brand new. Looks brand new, doesn't it? Right, do you want to put this in? I think it's your car. You put it in.
Sure.
Right, let's get this back in and let's hopefully see it all light up.
Putting this instrument cluster back in should be as easy as it was to take out. George is plugging it in with the one connector on the back. Then she can slide it back in and start refitting the 2 8mm bolts that hold it in place. And once they're tight, she's refitting the little plastic trim at the bottom. Now time to see if it works.
Right, you do the honours.
Do I need to put my foot on the brake or
No, just turn the ignition on.
The car did absolutely nothing.
You got the ignition? Wait, the battery might have died. Hold on.
I'm hoping that it is just the battery gone dead, because if it isn't, we could have completely bricked the ECU.
Just the ignition, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, you ready?
Yep. She's back on.
It works?
Yeah.
All the white lights?
Yeah.
Yes!
Was they not on before?
No. Yes! Yeah, all of the white dial lights didn't work.
Oh yeah, that bit didn't work.
Did it not?
No, because it wouldn't. That's where it tells you how much fuel you've got.
Well, so you couldn't even see what
No,
gear
I couldn't
you were
see
in?
that. Yeah, fuel lights on.
No
Told you
way.
I didn't know.
Oh, big shout out to ECU Testing.
Oh dear, ESP. Oh no, it's died now.
The battery's died. Right, perfect. Okay, next job. This actually arrived in less than 24 hours from eBay, so absolute lifesaver. This should be the correct door actuator for this door. If it is, I'll be pretty happy. If it works, I'll be pretty happy, because it was only £22 and the alternatives were nearly like £100 for one of these door actuators. Am I expecting it to work? No. But you might be actually surprised for them. Do you think it'll work? Yeah, you're pretty confident?
Yeah.
It did say it was for this car, so
Looks the same.
it does look the same. Let's plug it in and let's see what it does. You got the key. Quick, quick, quick. It works. Can you hear it clicking?
Yeah.
Yes, what a result. I was just, because it was so much cheaper than the others, I just wasn't expecting it to work. I'm not a very lucky person, am I? I normally have to buy like 6 of them to...
You're shocked that a part for the car is working?
Yeah, because I just like have to go around the houses to just get... Anyway, let's get it fitted.
Getting this door actuator back in is pretty tricky. There's no space to get 2 hands in, so the way I'm doing it is attaching all the cables while it's loose, plugging in the electric connector, then refitting it to the door with the 2 bolts. Lastly, to get the key barrel to line up and work, I'm removing the barrel from the outside of the door and refitting it so it seats inside of the new actuator. So if the battery key ever dies, we can still use the physical key to unlock the car, and once that's lined up, it should technically now all work.
Fixed! Yes! Right, door card back on. And then you can actually, it's mobile again, we can drive it. That didn't take long, did it? I'll be honest.
The camera's deceiving.
That door mechanism, I've been sat here an hour and a half. That was so bizarre the way that's designed. But still, let's get the door card back on, and what's the job after that?
We'll get to that a little bit later. For now, I'm starting to build up this door panel. So I'm refitting the plastic shield, which just pushes back into the plastic clips. I'm now refitting the pull cable to the door handle, and then I can line the door card back up and push it back into place. Now it's all lined up, it's time to refit the 2 bolts behind the door handle and fit the plastic cover, and that's the job done.
Okay, door card is back on. Now it is the moment of truth. George is going to sit in the car. She's going to see if it'll open and close from the inside. So we'll shut this door, shut that door, give it some power. Can you open it? Okay. Yes, it works. I was a little bit nervous then because I wondered if you could always open it from the inside. Yeah. Now let me close it again. Locked. Unlocked. That is a job well done. Okay, that is a job well done. Next job, I think we've got one more after that before we can actually properly drive this car, because Georgia's not yet actually put a foot down in this, because you can't see what speed you're doing, you can't see this if there's fuel in it. Now it's all working, we can actually drive it, hopefully at the end of this video. But before we do that, this rocker cover gasket leak is pretty bad, so we need to do that, and then we've got one more job to do after that before we can properly drive it. So let's do this rocker cover gasket. I've never done one on these engines. Looks pretty self-explanatory, at least there's not loads of wiring and the injectors have to come out and stuff. Hopefully this is pretty straightforward, so let's do it.
This should be a pretty easy job, but as always there's a chance something could go wrong, so let's make a start at changing over this rocker cover gasket. First job is to unplug the wiring harness from the coils. Then of course pop each of the coils out. I'm now detaching the PCV foil from the front of the rocker cover.
There's a PCV valve.
Then I'm going to start undoing the Torx bolts holding it down to the engine.
Ah, there's 3 in the middle.
After that, there's 2 pipes at the back left of the engine that I'm disconnecting now.
Yes. There we go.
And then that's the rocker cover off.
That's the rocker cover off, and it's clear to see because all of this in here is all drenched, and all down the back there is drenched as well, where it's been going and probably making its way down to the bottom of the engine. So next job is to clean all of... I thought we were missing a ring. Oh my god, look at the rocker cover gasket. It's actually snapped. Check that out. That's not been done in a while. Yeah, that's meant to be rubber. That shouldn't make a noise. Okay, that's definitely well overdue. In fact, I'd be probably confident in saying that's never been done for it to go like that. So I'm glad we're doing it. I'm going to tidy it all up and then put the new gasket in, which we've got over there.
First, before anything, I'm going to clean the surface that the new gasket will sit onto, making sure that there's no leftover debris or oil, so hopefully the new gasket doesn't leak. Now I can remove the old gasket, which was pretty bad, give it a clean and start fitting the new gasket, which at first didn't seem to fit well.
I think I've figured it out, look. So the bolts, yeah, look. The bolts have got that little lip on them there. So the bolt goes through and then it pushes and holds the rocker cover gasket in place. I knew that. I was just waiting to see if you'd say, oh, you know you've got to do that.
Amateur.
There you go. Every day's a learning day.
Last job is to refit the rocker cover, so I'm doing everything I did earlier, but this time in the reverse order, and as easy as that, that's the rocker cover gasket changed. Hopefully now it doesn't leak.
Okay, that's that job done. Hopefully that shouldn't leak anymore. The last job to do before we actually drive this car is a service. We bought it with no service history whatsoever. I don't know whether it simply hasn't got any or whether it just has been lost or something. I'm not sure, but I want to change the oil on it because, again, I don't know the last time it was done. So let's send the car up, get underneath, undo the sump plug. I don't know where the oil filter is on these, do you know?
Underneath.
They're underneath on these. You've had one of these, so you should know.
We've all seen an oil change plenty of times now, so let's just get this job done quick.
Right, let's find it. Found it. It's right here. That makes my life well easier.
Step 1, undo the sump plug and drain the oil. Step 2, take off the cap from the oil filter and drain the oil.
That weren't a bad effort, actually. I don't think, did we even spin any? There we go.
Step 3, remove the oil filter housing and the old oil filter. And then step 4, fit the new rubber seal, fit the new filter, refit them to the car and fill the car up with oil. Job done.
Well, we're finally out in the Audi TT. It's getting up to temperature. Well, it's on its way. How's it driving?
Nice.
Better than it was before, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you can actually see what speed you're doing. I've only just realised they've fixed the middle screen as well. Like there's no dead pixels on it or anything. What I want to know is how fast it is.
How do you put it in sport?
So you
Hold the button down.
hold the button down into S.
Okay. Oh. So I put my foot down.
Yeah. Why is that so quick? Did that spin?
Yeah.
Go again. Oh, did you hear the DSG fart? That sounds so good.
What the?
That was wheel
Oh.
spinning. Why is it so quick? It is literally like a mini Golf R. Like, it sounds the same. That's quick, innit? That initial punch is ridiculous. I can't actually believe the value you get for your money with one of these. This is definitely faster than a Mark 5 GTI.
Yeah.
100%. I can't believe it's DSG, the noises it makes. Can I have a go?
Yeah.
I want to go. Right, I'm going to drive it in manual because I think it DSG farts a lot more.
I've never put it in manual.
I didn't even know before this that these cars came in DSG.
No, I didn't.
I think that's such a cool feature. You ready? Can you hear that?
Yeah.
This is sick.
It'll sound loads better when it's got an exhaust, won't it?
It needs an exhaust and some grippier tyres. What a fun little car. I definitely think it needs some upgrades though, don't you?
Yeah.
Which will all be in the next video. Are you happy with it?
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. I'm excited to make it a little bit more interesting. But all of that will be in the next video. So if you did enjoy this one and you like the Audi TT, then please remember to like, comment and subscribe. We will see you in the next one. Peace.
You wear a hat they call dad. Me, I'm the dad in a hat. You just like clubbing and clothes. Me, I like afternoon naps. 3 happy meals for the road. My oldest like counting racks. My middle one, she's in a dirt bike. My youngest is just like a mama. The mama loves me and I love her, so if she wants something, it's never a bother. 3 little ladies, my babies, and 1 on the way now.